LIFW was the biggest gapper in the market today, and we caught it today from the bottom all the way up to $16.40. We're going to be going over how we caught this, how we played it today, and how we banked on it. Let's go ahead and dive into it. So as you can see, the biggest move that I caught on this today was from 998 all the way up to 1560. Now that's a massive move, about 54%. We're going to go ahead and dive into how I caught it. Take a look here at LIFW. Now we caught it this morning right before 10 o'clock at 395. It made a move all the way up to 5.8. 620 and 7, and then this thing just kept on going. It actually hit 9 plus there, and after it broke up through that 9 plus, you can see we did alert this at 395 this morning. Take a look here. Right here I said 1116. I said this is a massive squeezer through lunch, keep your eyes on it. I said watch this, it has range to 15. So I said at 1117, I said that I was in with stops currently under 10. I was in at 998 with stops right there at break even. Once this started to go in our direction, it were $11 a share, and I said I had range to what, 15? And you'll say, well, how did I know that it had range to 15? Well, if you look at the daily on LIFW, you will clearly see where that 15 came from here. Look, I said we had range to 15 because that is where we had this sell zone on the daily. So we had the sell zone on the daily here where price saw rejection in the past, and that was our range. So again, just using past price action to predict future price action. That's how we found our range here in the setup. And we were able to play it from 10 all the way to 1550. Now, a very, very easy setup whenever you look at your range here. And as you can see, a very, very strong break over this high of day. So after we had the break over the high of day, I mean, this was some serious volume over the high. Once it broke and found buyers to confirm over that high of day range, take a look at this. Look at the strength that we saw after breaking over the high of day. It broke the high of day. It pulled back to the high of day at 940. And then it found instant buyers right back up. So as soon as we saw that confirmation of buyers come in back over the high of day, you can see it held over the high of day and found buyers. What it lets us know here, let's get our pen tool up. What this lets us know, it's with that three-wave approach that we always preach and talk about. You've got your first wave of buyers, second wave, profit takers, and the third wave is your confirmation. So your first wave happened there, and you had the initial break over the high of day with some pretty serious strength. Second wave, we had profit takers come in, pull it back down to the high of day, and then buyers came back in again off the high of day, letting us know that, hey, we still like price up here. We like price over the previous high of day. We're still going to be here. We're overpowering those sellers. So once it overpowered those sellers, took the entry at 998, looking for the squeeze up through 10, risking the high of day at 950. We got the move all the way. And keep in mind, we only had, look, our entry was 998. We were risking 950. So about 50 cents of risk roughly, a little bit less than. And we had range all the way to $15, so about $5 of range and only about 50 cents of risk. So fantastic risk to reward. We actually got the move here all the way over 15 to 16.5. I was out at 15.5, but an insane move, which you can see again here. Caught this in the live stream this morning. All of these, 1, 2, 3, 4. One loss, one break even, one win, two wins, three wins, and then the big win here for a 64% move overall. And that's how we ended the day. You know, today was a pretty choppy day going into the open, but we were able to catch something like this today on LIFW. Super blessed, super grateful. And again, just playing here over the high of day, super simple setup. Doesn't really get much easier than this. Broke over the high of day with some serious strength. Waited for it to find buyers again over the high of day, which it did here on the second candle after breaking, and took the entry for the breakup through the high up into our daily range. Very simple setup. Again, wanted to go through this really quick. Make sure you are using the daily time frame to gauge your range in these setups before ever taking an entry. If you have no range, you've got no trade. So make sure you always check your range on the larger time frames before taking an entry. And that'll about do it for this trade. Hopefully we have a nice Tuesday. Small caps are definitely heating up. So let's go into tomorrow. Have a good Tuesday, and I'll see you guys in the morning.